Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. A little bit of breaking news for you if you haven't heard it already. If you have heard it already, then it's not breaking, but it's news. JARRELL Miller, Jarrell Large Infant Miller, has pulled out of his fight with FABIO Wardley. And we don't know why yet, but the obvious the obvious question is this PED related? Because the connoisseur of all things pharmaceutical, Mr. Miller, you know my opinion on this clown. I mean, he should have been kicked out of boxing a long, long time ago. If he's failed another PED test, surely they'll have to ban him for life now. Who am I kidding? But the card will go on. A replacement will be found for FABIO. I'm wondering what the excuse is Miller's going to give, because he won't, even if he's, popped hot on the quiet and, thought, hang on, this is too risky. I can't take the risk of being caught again. So what excuse can I use? Well, I was on Lee, Inside the Distance, his live, and we were sort of, me, Rem, who's one of the subscribers, and Lee was sort of talking about this. And something popped into my head. I mean, I know that when Miller shoved, it wasn't just the shove, actually, of Wardley at the presser. It was the fact that he threatened him, and, he was really kicking off. I mean, wrestling with the security guys and everything. That might have been the following day. I don't know. But his behaviour has been erratic, to put it mildly. And the board said that they were discussing withholding his purse. Now, they wouldn't withhold all of it, but they'd give him a fine. But I wonder if he's going to use that as an excuse. No, it's just something I pulled out on my backside. I don't know I don't really know what he'd do. Maybe he'll cry off with an injury. That seems to be the usual thing that people do. What could he say? What could he say, indeed? Wait, pull anything out of your arse, can't you? I mean, but as it's under the jurisdiction of the British Boxing Board of Control, they would want to see proper documents, and whether they'd see them or not is another matter, of course, but they would want things done, that they have their own procedures that have to be followed. But Miller, I mean, look, like I've said before, I don't even think he should be allowed to box, and I think his entire resume should be changed all to no contests. But yeah, who are they going to get instead of Miller then? I mean, there was talk of who was the guy who lost to Otto Wallin, former cruiserweight? Can't remember his bloody name. That was mentioned. He was mentioned. Oh God, I hate getting older because you forget these names. Put it in the comments. You know who I mean. There was talk of him coming in, but then I don't think he's even a natural heavyweight. Former champion at cruiserweight. What the fuck's his name? No, it's not going to come to me. Who else would there be? Well, don't forget that Wardley is a Frank Warren fighter, Queensberry fighter, and they have plenty of heavyweights waiting to jump in. I mean, off the top of my head, Lawrence Okoli. I don't know, David Adelaide. British champ now, Adelaide. They fought before, of course, but no, I suppose they wouldn't go for a rematch there, would they? But Adelaide would probably be up for it because he wants revenge. But no, but Warren does have a lot of heavyweights, so I don't think they'll have a problem with finding a replacement. On the other hand, Warren might not want to use one of his guys, so they'll bring in someone else. Kubrat Pulev, dare I say it? See, this fight was going to be for the WBA interim title, which is currently, the WBA regular title, as if we needed that, or the interim belt, is held by Pulev, and Pulev apparently priced himself out of a Wardley fight initially, but then now that Miller's pulled out, and this is June 7th, June 9th, June 7th. That's just over a month away. I've got time to get someone in, I suppose. But I don't know who it would be. But I'm very curious to see what excuse Miller comes up with. You know, why is this guy even allowed to box? I do not know. I do not know. But it will go ahead. Not the fight, but a fight will go ahead at Portman Road. As we know, Fabio Wardley is a big Ipswich Town fan. He's from Ipswich. I did read, and this is rather distressing news, I did read that Ed Sheeran is going to do a little mini gig at the fight. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, no, I might need counselling afterwards. Sorry, but I find Ed Sheeran about as entertaining as cot death, you know. Yeah, Mr. Two Chords. Oh, horrible music, horrible. But you might disagree. You might like Ed Sheeran. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to be rude to you, but no, Ed Sheeran and Coldplay are my two pet hates. That's Room 101 stuff. And if the fight does go ahead, if a fight does go ahead, the card goes ahead, and it will. I'm afraid when Mr. Sheeran comes on, the mute button will be my friend. But yeah. Anyway, what do you think of Miller? Do you reckon he's popped hot again? Wouldn't surprise any of us, would it? What about a replacement? Let me know what you think. Comments below, and it'll all come out in the wash, because it always does, doesn't it? Anyway, subscribe if you're new, hit the like button if you like the video, and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Oh, and congratulations to Bob, Canada's boxing channel. He's just hit 1,000 subscribers. Much deserved, much deserved. And Lee, I did enjoy your live as well. Thanks for having me on. I'll catch you later, ladies and gentlemen. Bye for now.